Line 5. Are you ready? Attention, go!
Pedals left! Walking belly.
Leave it up, 3-1. Line 6. Are you ready? Attention, go!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, up! 10, up, up, up! 20, up, up, up! 2, 1, run it! Run the boat! Reach it out! More! Reach it out! Legs on your legs! Longer! Go longer! Control, man! Control! Coming up to turn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! Run it! Run it, man! Lock it in! Forward, 2, 1, bodies! Lock it in! Deeper! Deeper! Control it! That's it, ACCA! Lock it in! Leg 2! Lock it in! Ten, 2, 1, on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, run it! Run the boat! This is yours! This is your lap! Yours! You promised! Forward, 2, 1, bodies! Squeeze! That's it, ACCA! Let's go! 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, run the boat! Run it! Here comes the turn! Deeper on the turn! Left side deeper! Deeper! Post! Post! Build it up! 1, on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Run the boat! This is yours! Leg 3 now, boys! Build it! 1 point legs! On your legs! Bigger! More! This is yours! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Run it! Look it in! Keep it on, ACCA! Keep it on! Find more! Leg 3! This is yours! 1 off it! Forward! Keep on your legs! Deeper on the turn! Deeper! Post! Post! Deeper! Deeper! That's it, man! Last one! You have this! This is yours! Hunt! Build! Build! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Run it! More! Build it! 1, go now! Go now! Hunt, ACCA! Hunt! Forward! Build! Forward! Go now! This is yours! Go now! United men, keep it on! More! 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 Kick! 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 Now! Go! Watch the boy! Go! Now! Go! Attack! Everything! Everything! Paddles out! Paddles flat!
Sit. Sit up.
Sit up! Heads up! Breathe it in! Pressure.
Sit up.
So we'll be starting off with boat number 1, which is Canberra Griffins. So Canberra Griffins are starting off, and remembering their actual timing for the race starts when they hit that yellow buoy. Boat number 2 will be different strokes. Boat 3 is Marucci Sea Serpents. Boat 4 is the Sloths. Boat 5, the Yarra River Dragons. Boat 6 is ACCA. And boat number 7 is the Melbourne Flames. See, ACCA's paddling with only 18 paddlers, which makes it a little bit harder for everybody. So we've already got different strokes bunching up with Canberra Griffins, and Marucci Sea Serpents are right up behind them as well. And we've got a standard break back to Sloths, Yarra River Dragons, ACCA and Melbourne Flames. But we've got, as I speak, we've got Marucci Sea Serpents actually going up on the inside of different strokes. It's a great start from Marucci Sea Serpents. So Marucci Sea Serpents are into this first corner in second place. They've overtaken different strokes. So we've got Canberra Griffins, Marucci Sea Serpents, different strokes. Sloths there in the purple. Followed by Yarra River in the red and black. ACCA in the red, and Melbourne Flames. looks like we've got sloths have just come around the inside of different strokes as well. And we've got Marucci Sea Serpents is just coming up behind the Canberra Griffins. So if Marucci keeps powering on like they did in the first 500, they should get past Canberra Griffins before they get to halfway on this leg. So, as I said before, Melbourne Flames is boat number 1 at the rear of the field. They were unseeded, so they're just racing this race, I guess, for some experience and also to give some people another paddle. So we've got different strokes now, different strokes. I have to correct myself, different strokes is in first place. So they've both overtaken Canberra Griffins. So it's different strokes in 2, followed by Marucci Sea Serpents in 3, with Sloths in 4, Yarra River Dragons in 5, so let's watch these sweeps come around the corner. Beautiful sweeping there. Beautiful sweeping, minimal work being done by the sweep at the back of the boat on different strokes and on Marucci Sea Serpents. We've got 3 really experienced sweeps here. Great work, beautifully done by all the sweeps so far. We've got ACCA coming up on the inside of Canberra Griffins. Beautiful. Look at that sweeping there by Yarra River Dragons. They've caught up a boat length as they're going around the corner. And now we've got Melbourne Flames coming down on the outside. So Yarra River Dragons is now taking on Sloths. They're just slowly creeping past them, which is a bit hard if you're chasing a sloth. So we've got Canberra different strokes out the front of Marucci Sea Serpents. Yarra River Dragons coming up on the inside of the Sloths, followed by ACCA, Canberra Griffins and Melbourne Flame just coming around the bottom corner now. So Yarra River Dragons is really gaining on the other crews now. They started off in 5th place. They're now coming up into 3rd. They're going to be taking on Marucci Sea Serpents shortly and then making their way up to try to catch different strokes. So Melbourne Flames successfully around the bottom corner. We've got ACCA halfway up the 3rd leg, but Yarra River Dragons is now going up on the inside of Marucci Sea Serpents. And Sloths. So Marucci's just pulled out of the way a bit so Sloths and Yarra River can go through, and they're about to catch different strokes as they're coming up to the 3rd turn in this race. So different strokes into the turn now. Yarra River Dragons right next to Sloths, right next to Marucci Sea Serpents. congestion there. We've had sloths that had to go wide, and Marucci sea serpents have gone wider, even still around those, as Yarra River comes up on the inside. So different strokes now coming around that top buoy. Just passing it now, followed very closely behind by Yarra River. So different strokes, Yarra River, sloths, Marucci sea serpents. And then ACCA coming around now. Then you've got Canberra Griffins about to go into the turn with Melbourne Flame right behind them. So this has been really good paddling by all crews, but especially by Yarra River Dragons. They've really, really blasted through this field. So they're coming up now, trying to get past different strokes. You've got sloths behind them and Marucci sea serpents behind them. And we've got ACCA just behind Marucci, so it's all getting close here towards the end, with Canberra Griffins and Melbourne Flames just coming around the top buoy now. So everyone's negotiated getting around that top buoy. Okay, so now we've got Yarra River trying to wear down different strokes as they're coming down. We've got about 150 metres to go. Different strokes has been out in front most of this race. It's going to be a match race now. Yarra River, slowly coming past different strokes. So Yarra River getting more and more powerful, coming down. Stroke by stroke, they're getting past different strokes. Different strokes isn't giving in. They're not giving in. They've come back. More power at the end. So that's great racing. Great racing. Look at this finish. Look at the finish from Yarra. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's an amazing finish by Yarra River Dragons. And different strokes. We've got sloths coming across. Good finish by Marucci sea serpents and ACCA in boat number 6. That's got to be one of the strongest finishes I've ever seen in one of these races. So ACCA coming across. Now we got Melbourne Flames coming down with Canberra Griffins bringing up the last position in this race. Just over 100 metres to go. And that'll be the completion of the 2,000 metre races for today and for the 2019 AusDBF national titles. So Melbourne Flame started in 7th place, unseeded in this, just out there for the experience. Canberra Griffins coming up, making sure everybody else gets home safely. It's great work by all crews. As I said, that's got to be one of the strongest finishes I've ever seen in how many years? 14, 15 years of dragon boating. That was fantastic.